What's up, guys? Just finished this game. This is the, I guess, first video I'm taking in this new year. So happy new year to everyone. This is going to be my kind of short review about Immortals of Aveum? Aveum, I guess it is. We'll just jump into somewhere. Yeah, let's just jump over here. We'll jump over here just to show you some combat stuff, and then we can talk about kind of my feelings about it. In general, I think this is probably the most average game I've ever played. Everything about it is average. Nothing is really good. It's not bad. It's just so average in everything. So what you'll find is essentially these combat encounters respawn, and each thing has like a different element. So for example, you can see that guy was charging up, and you can see he's red, so he's going to take more damage if we use a red skill. But some of them, like this guy, so even though this is like our strongest weapon, he will take almost no damage from it. You see that? But if we swap to our other weapon, now we do crazy damage to him because it's the same element, right? So that's kind of how the game's set up. You have their blue, you have red, which is like shotgun-esque close range, and then you have green, which is longer range and kind of a homing. And there's variations, but it's kind of really pointless. Like, they didn't know what they wanted to do. They didn't know how to kind of design the game, I guess, is kind of the worst way to put it, but it's pretty much the reality. There's no real point into swapping. Pretty much you just pick whichever one does the most damage. There's like one difference between them. Like, one of them can shoot faster, one of them can shoot a little bit slower, but like you know, some of the abilities initially, so like that, you can interrupt those. You have these little things you can put on them to like slow them down, right? And so now we have like a bunch of level ups, so the abilities do different things. You have a shield, which is more or less pointless. I played on the highest difficulty, and it really just felt like things got just kind of silly really quick. So here's our time slow, which is really cool. One complaint I will have right now is that like some of the coolest abilities you don't get until the game's already over. You don't even get to play with time slow during the game. You have to do that after the game, and like the epilogue, you can see at the top it says epilogue, tie up loose ends. And that just seems so pointless. Like, you have this one, which makes a freaking wormhole, right? Which is awesome. Sucks in the enemies, you know, super cool, super involved. And I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. Like, yeah, that's a great ability, but why am I only getting the ability when there's nothing left to do in the game? And another thing, we can probably actually show you one if I can remember where it's at. A lot of the things in the game are set up kind of to be like a Metroidvania-esque kind of setup, where you're supposed to unlock an ability and then go back and then unlock another ability and then go back. But what actually ends up happening is you just stop caring, because most of the loot just objectively doesn't matter. There's different rarities, right, that you can get of like items and things, but in the end it really, okay, you can see what happened there. So some of those things are bugged, where if your, I don't know, like your Z value is wrong when you start, it'll just like kick you off randomly. But here we go. We'll do another fight over here. I already know where all the enemies are because I backtracked through the game so many times. I think backtracking, you know, it seems like they know what they wanted to do. That there's another mechanic there that just happened, but you can see, let's see if we can just wait it out and see if he'll do it again. The enemies will get like a charge up, right? Oh, we didn't block it in time. They'll get a charge up. Yeah, we can't get it. We'll just keep going. Where they can kind of like get a shield, right? If you don't interrupt them, you can use this little zappy beam to interrupt them. But here we're going to try to do our... let's see if we can do this. What do we need to do? First, we need to shoot it with red, right? And then I think we just do time stop here. Oh, no, that's not time stop. This one. There we go. And then we run over here. We shoot you. Oh, wow, come on. Oh, that didn't actually work. I thought that was the solution to the puzzle, but I guess it's not. Hold on, we'll try one more time. Okay, so hold on. Let's wait. And then wait until he gets right here. Wow. Okay, I actually don't know how to do that puzzle. Phew. Yeah, I guess that's it. I thought that was the solution, but I guess it's not. Anyways, what else we're going to talk about? The kind of changing of elements is just really ends up being more annoying than anything. Like, I think they thought there was going to be this, like, gameplay setup, but the way kind of the base game is designed is that you have to choose to specialize because you don't get enough talent points to make every ability the strongest until, like, way later on. So you have to choose, like, abilities. And then what really ends up happening is you're just like, well, why should I have to choose an ability when, like, I just want to play the game, right? Like, I don't want to have to either make myself weaker against certain enemies or change my build every time. We'll just show you a little bit more combat here. See if we can show you something more varied. So that guy's charging up over there. He charged up a shield. And so essentially the shield will take less damage from everything, but we have like a shield breaking spell. You know, it's like the combat, I feel like their heart was in the right place. is probably like the best way that I can put it. It's like I can see they had the idea of what they wanted to do. They just weren't able to make it work out, which is whatever. You know, it is what it is. But it just ends up feeling really repetitive and boring and annoying. And, you know, there's lots of, like, puzzles and stuff where sometimes you go back and you do the puzzle and then you're just like, why did I even bother? What was the point of me, you know, doing that puzzle if the result is just giving me something that's, like, meaningless in the game? So there's one of my complaints. The other thing I think is just, like, the story. You know, the story, I don't know. It had its ups and downs. It was, like, a pretty generic story. I saw a lot of comments, which was really weird and I think just out of place, like saying, oh, it's like a super woke story. It's blah, 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 whatever. I just think that's so lowbrow and annoying. And I just don't think people understand the difference between, like, forcing certain things to be in a game and then things just being in the game. Like, just because there's a strong female character doesn't mean that this game is suddenly woke. It doesn't matter, right? Like, I don't care. And nothing was really... Like, nothing was blatantly ridiculous for me in the story. I thought it was okay. I thought the game had pretty good, like, voice or mouth matching. Like, how they're matching the mouth to their, what the characters were saying. I thought that was good. Like, I was actually really impressed by that. That's one of the things that I remember, like, kind of clearly is because I was like, oh, wow, that's pretty good. But in terms of, like, overall, like, how much, like, enjoyment I got from this... Man, get it on a sale for sure. There is no way this game is worth full price. It's so average in everything. It looks nice, to be fair. My performance, I saw a lot of people having performance problems. I'm on a, what am I on? Like a 3080 Ti, I guess? So, I mean, I'm not really top of the line over here. My performance is generally good. I'm like 50, it depends where I'm at, like 50, 60 FPS for everything. And this is 1080p, so it's not like I'm really blasting. But, you know, there's, like, some cool abilities, like your Triarch thing like this, where you just do, like, your Kamehameha, you know, like, just Kamehameha all over the place, you know? That's kind of, it's, like, decently fun. But in general, it's just, like, the enemies just get so repetitive and annoying. I don't even think I have anything to cleanse this one. I don't think I even found the place, maybe. Oh, there it is. It's right there. Wow, how did I never see that? So yeah, you got these things. They just summon more enemies, and it's just, like, really a lot of the same. And in general, it's, like, nothing... like, nothing is really going to surprise you. Almost everything in the game is the same. There's some truly annoying and terrible, badly designed enemies that just, like... It's just so bad. I guess we can just show you what this is. This is just... I have no idea what this one is, to be honest. It's just, like... They have these little mini altars, right? Where you'll have some kind of... event inside, and then it'll be like various different objectives. Like this one is probably fighting something, right? Yeah. But you could see kind of how the combat is. I mean, it's not like I'm super OP or anything. Like, this is just really how it goes. So I just like using the shotgun one. That's just my favorite, but you could use whatever you want. And then, yeah, they'll just summon enemies. You know, it is what it is. Like, this blue enemy is really annoying. all of the enemies that are like tailored to a certain element are very annoying. And that's another thing. I don't know if you saw that. Right now, like I'm trying to change weapons to go to my blue weapon. If you change weapons too fast, can you see how it's still stuck on blue? You can get stuck in like a reloading animation, which resets your that you changed weapons, which, you know, seems small. I have no idea. That was the easiest thing I've ever saw. I guess that was just a low level one. And then these will just give you more health or more mana or something like that. It's just totally optional. I mean, it really didn't matter. There's only like 3 or 2 enemies in the game that are just really annoying and like make you want to quit because they're just so stupid. And it's not even like difficult. It's just like, haha, this enemy's invulnerable unless you right click at this time. And then as the game goes on, they just make them become invulnerable longer and longer. And at one point there's like a boss fight with that enemy. It's so disgustingly annoying. But you know, like the puzzles and everything, some of the puzzles are fine. It's always the same. Like, okay, shoot this one with blue, shoot this with green, shoot this with red. And then you're done. You can kind of see right there, like the eyes already lit up because we already did that puzzle. But, you know, there's like a little chain grip thing. Here's one of the puzzle examples. I guess I didn't finish this one. So over there, you see the red one. So we can run over here and we can shoot the red one. Okay, we shoot the red one. We look on the door. The red one's lit up. Now we need to find where's the other one. You know, just like look around, but it's the worst part is like you just waste time. There's no like skill to like help you find it. So some of them are just so annoying and like located in random places where you're just like, okay, dude, like sure it's a puzzle, but like why are you wasting all this time? You know, like this one, the puzzle isn't immediate and apparent, so I just didn't do it because it's just pointless. There's no benefit. You get like almost nothing. It's probably just like a chest that has like some gold, which is also equally meaningless. But yeah, there you go. Like that's pretty much it. They'll just have things you shoot, or they'll have like a light puzzle where you shoot this into the eye and then it reflects and you have to make sure you hit all the eyes, and that's about it. I think overall story, whatever. If this game was, if the combat was better, I wouldn't even care. I think it would be a good game. It's just the combat is so meh, and like everything in the game is so meh, that like you just end up feeling like the only reason I completed it is because I started it, and I'm a masochist, right? So okay, look at this. There's the doorway over there. Here's another one, right? So now we have 2 out of 3. So now the green one is also somewhere, you know, random, like maybe it's over there, or something like that. Like it's just, yeah, I get it. Like sure, exploration and whatever. It's just that the exploration part isn't fun. It's not fun to just run around mindlessly and waste time for like, you know, a minuscule reward. So yeah, I think overall story was meh. Combat, I feel like I saw the glimpses of something that could be considered decent, but it just never panned out. It was like just almost there every time, and never quite all the way. So, you know, in the end, it was just kind of like, okay, I'm finishing this game because I started and that's it. And, you know, sometimes that is how it is. I think this is the definition of a 5. If you must play it and you're like, oh, man, this game looks so good. It's right up my alley. I'm going to love it. Magic is cool. You know, more power to you. There is some cool, like this one was cool when you first get it. Like, ooh, man, now I can shoot so much. But what actually happens is because all of the enemies have resistances, you don't have abilities for every enemy. Which means some enemies are just going to be annoying, and then like if you use let's say you put all your talent points into the blue magic, right? You want your blue magic skills to be so strong. Well, then you fight a red enemy and it doesn't matter. I think that's really bad design, especially when you're like so capped on points and everything like that. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's pretty much all I got. You know, it's the you know, 5 all the way mega giga 5. It's so deep in like mid territory that I just can't think of anything else to describe it other than that. So yeah, it is what it is. If you think this might be for you, you know, I threw up a link. I don't get anything from those. It's just literally the Steam link. And yeah, if you think it's good, guys, check it out. Other than that, I appreciate you watching. If you've made it this far, you're a Giga Chad. You know, give me a like, give me a subscribe. really helps me out. Can kind of help more people see my videos. I'm just a guy having fun, you know, taking videos, random games I'm playing, and letting you guys know what I think. So there you go. Catch you guys in the next one. Later.